And it could be a byway or you can cross the right hand side. But I think we have to watch that right here.
That this is
Yeah, I saw that. There's a lot dumped over there.
no.
Yeah, I can just see like
Okay,
these
y'all know
trees
Debbie lives there.
here,
There's only
and
one
your eyes
house
drawn
on
to
this
this
area.
green
Right.
path, and then another open green space right here. That would be really awesome. And
Oh,
then-
yeah.
And then you walk down.
That's the house I was talking about. That's
Okay.
So I guess we started with major access points or major roadways of where pedestrians were going and traffic was going, and also marked down where the bioswales were, where the retainage collection places were currently. And then we identified certain green spaces that we wanted to incorporate. So right now, the village green that is already there, and we saw the urban ag sector of it, and we proposed an actual site for the urban agricultural space to be.
The base space, and then with kind of a
We built on the idea of going to the well, and it's about a meandering between the greens and having a kind of experiential smaller gardens that lead up to this bigger garden in the center. And this part was partially because the water's already running in that area, so there be an opportunity for collection. And then those particular two lots have frontages on every side, so there's opportunities for people to reside next to the urban ag center, or maybe a hub next to it, or retail spaces where you can then sell to people who are coming in from your urban ag. It was centrally located, and then it can spread out. That idea can spread out through this pathway, through people's houses. So not necessarily on the streets, it could be through the vacant lots.
Again, north is up, Washington Boulevard, Negley Run. So what we were trying to do is kind of think of some of the issues that were relevant to water as far as the neighborhood is concerned. How can we begin to mitigate some of the basements that flood in the area? And how can we begin to incorporate some of the things that are kind of in the process? So, of course, all of that is urban ag, but then Ms. Betty and I brought up the fact that co-housing is looking at a site over here. And so then we began to incorporate, but to keep with the urban ag being on the ends, and since these areas are sloped, we decided that maybe a bioswale could kind of come around this area. And we have these different water collection points throughout the site, and so we were kind of just gauging and guessing. But what ended up happening was we consulted with this map here that Betsy showed us, and the yellow is where we assessed how the water runs off. So what you see in the purple is kind of like collection points for hydroelectricity to begin to be pumped back, because we figured, okay, those are low points, that's where all the water is going to be collected. Why not introduce some hydroelectricity? Why not? And then pump the water, right, well, not the water, but the electricity right back up. And then we also wanted to try to introduce, this is the McCormick Baron Salazar project. So Ms. Betty kind of gave us some information about how the water kind of acts over there. So we introduced some retention pond over here and different little water collection points. And
You.
Okay, so we started with where water was going to be collecting, and the idea of introducing cisterns and playgrounds together, so the play with water. So we found with Carver and Paulson drawing the water to these two locations, we have a playground incorporated with the village green. Over here, kind of maybe a new village green idea too. Let's see, we also went extensively into this sector of Carver Street. And we have, do you want to talk more about that? Because that's so close to your house.
Well, okay, on Carver Street, by them putting the house with them on Ashley and Carver, they spaced a little bit up from there with an orchard. So we want to put an orchard up there. So, anything else?
And just ideas of, linking green space, maybe, it goes from, heavy amount of trees to more water incorporated while people are walking, and then whenever it crosses streets, there could be a different kind of paving system so that people can realize it's maybe more pedestrian.